Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be talking about the attributes of the next Bach Flower Essence, Honeysuckle. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. When trying to determine which Bach flower essence to use, it is necessary to understand the characteristics and symptoms of the essence from a psychological position. This is because the Bach flower essences work on the subtle bodies of the human subtle anatomy field. For healing to take place, you need to look at the situation from this different level. So, what are the characteristics of honeysuckle? Honeysuckle is used to help people who cannot let go of the past. The Bach flower essence of honeysuckle is used as the basic treatment for people who are experiencing a disruption in their relationship to reality, basically a flight from reality, or a lack of interest in the present, sometimes a melancholia and an excessive nostalgia for the past. Honeysuckle is used to treat all pathological conditions related to melancholic memories. In daily life, it is used to treat memories, homesickness, and sadness caused by loss. The honeysuckle condition is characterized by a dreamy sensitivity, a great need for happiness, a good memory, defensive timidity, and passive behavior. When favorably developed, the honeysuckle type is romantic and emotional. They are generally happy and they understand how to get the best out of life. To some extent, they see the world through rose-colored glasses that emphasize the positive and minimize the negative. The honeysuckle type doesn't falsify reality. Rather, their natural optimistic nature simply accentuates the sunny side of life. Their natural optimistic nature simply accentuates the sunny side of life. They are masters of the art of never losing touch with reality, which itself is always a mixture of the positive and negative. These people understand that even the smallest hint of annoyance, distress, and grief allows us the opportunity to expand and develop, so offers us a deeper look into the profound connections of our existence. Even superficial unhappiness will ultimately make these people happy because it allows them to reach a more meaningful perspective. The honeysuckle type doesn't just experience reality as beautiful. They also have the capacity to view their memories with happiness. Memories that are so lively that they penetrate their entire being. Artists who understand how to distill the essence of eternal beauty from a fleeting moment possess this temperament. The harmoniously developed honeysuckle type is very popular because they revive in others the awareness of beauty and wonder that is normally lost to most of us in our everyday lives. When favorably developed, the honeysuckle type has an overwhelming need to be happy. Their vivid talent for remembering pleasant events and their relative weaknesses can create in these people the habit of fleeing the difficult moments of the present in favor of a happier past. These people are very sensitive and passive, and so the honeysuckle type believes, almost as a matter of principle, that life used to be much better and easier in the past. This viewing of the past in this warm and fuzzy way is achieved in part by glossing over the pleasant memories of the past and only remembering the good times. In pleasant dreams and memories, these people will construct soothing antidotes to an unpleasant and painful present reality. You often find the honeysuckle syndrome prominent in children suffering from homesickness, or people who cannot recover from a loss. This causes them to react in such a way that they cannot come to terms with their new circumstances, and so They flee the present moment by seeking out romantic memories and find themselves longing for the good old days. Poets who pine longingly for a lost happiness are representative of this syndrome. The honeysuckle syndrome makes a person largely unable to come to terms with the reality of their present life. Instead, they fall into sadness, homesickness, or dreaminess, and then end up losing contact with the demands of their daily life. It can even lead to the development of addictions, because addictions are essentially a search for happiness and wonder through artificial means. The Bach Flower Essence of Honeysuckle is the essence that is used to help a person who is filled with pathological nostalgia. This essence awakens an interest in the present within the sufferer and in the present-day reality that surrounds them, and will allow pleasant and persistent memories of the past to fade away. It is also helpful in cases of homesickness, nostalgic passions, and especially for sadness or mourning, which itself is a sign that we cannot accept a new reality because we believe the older one to be better. It improves our ability to come to terms with new, seemingly unhappy situations, such as homesicknesses, and can reduce the tendency for addictions that are triggered by a refusal to accept things as they are. Typical honeysuckle syndrome behavior is the result of a hard, unhappy life. The honeysuckle type, especially as a child, is very sensitive and needs to be happy, and so they live in a protective cocoon which they have woven out of pleasant past experiences, and in which they comfort and hide themselves away. When these people are taken quickly or forcefully out of this self-made cocoon, or when they are confronted abruptly or brutally with an unpleasant reality, or when their poetic sensibility is singled out by less than sympathetic teachers, they can retreat into their own imaginary world, more out of an instinctive defensive reaction than out of defiance, and become unfit for normal life. To be clear here, there are honeysuckle types who are able to develop a certain clear-eyed efficiency from life's pressures, but these honeysuckle types generally develop only a very brittle shell and can fall into an inconsolable sadness, or mourning at the first sign of a deep loss or drastic change in life circumstances. It is possible that they can even lose all touch with reality. It is important to remember that we don't do the honeysuckle type, adult or child, any favors by trying to rid them of their poetic dispositions in order to make them fit for normal everyday life. If they are allowed to shape a life according to their own inner proclivities, and in which their artistic self plays a major role, they can then have one foot planted solidly in the real world and the other in a place where dreams and wonder make their home. Anyone who has a clear case of honeysuckle syndrome, such as in the form of an inconsolable homesickness or an unending sadness, needs empathy and understanding to help them adapt to their present reality, when the fulfillment of their most urgent desires is impossible. They must be allowed to exercise and satisfy the dreamy, unreal elements of their character. It is not helpful to these people to suggest that they simply pull themselves together, or by making them aware of the benefits of some external alternative way of looking at the world. The better course of action is to find out what their souls most crave, even if it seems incomprehensible or foolish to more mundane types. This is the only way that they can begin to find the trust and courage they need to make their way in this life. Now, some common combinations of honeysuckle with other Bach flower essences are as follows. Combined with chestnut bud, it helps with distractedness and nostalgic dreaminess. Combined with chicory, it helps with sadness and mourning due to the loss of lovelessness. Combined with clematis, it helps with persistent daydreams. Combined with gentian, it helps with nostalgia and weak will. Combined with heather, it helps with vain youthfulness and immaturity. Combined with hornbeam, it helps with flights into the past that are due to stress and overwork. Combined with larch, it helps with flights into the past due to a lack of self-confidence. Combined with mimulus, it helps with flights into the past due to timidity. Combined with mustard, it helps with depression caused by loss. Combined with olive, it helps with inconsolable loss. Combined with white chestnut, it helps with compulsive, persistent memories. Combined with wild rose, it helps with nostalgic, melancholic resignation. Combined with willow, it helps with bitterness due to loss. Now, I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.